November 26, 2018. Doing a little gardening like Vlad thing here with a little hog skull on top of there. But check this out. Now, today's the 26th. On the 22nd, last Thursday, on Thanksgiving Day, I did these larger sized cuttings off of some stuff that I harvested. I had an old one, and these are the new sprout. These are a yearling, under a year old. These are from this year. So what I did is I did these a little differently. I did some packing wrap. This is a narrow little saran wrap type of thing that they pack pallets with. I got a roll of it right here, you can see. And so what you do is you just take and you wrap it around, or I tied it on first time, and this was the one I tied it on. So I wrapped it around, and I put some worm castings on there. I peeled all the dead. Let's just open this thing up and see what we got. The amazing thing, I pulled it up today, and in 4 days, it's already got, is that a root out of there, or did I put a acorn in here and there's an acorn sprout? That can't be an acorn, because this was all fresh mix that I just mixed up. I used coco and perlite, and I don't have, it's not 50%, it's maybe 25 or 30%. And I I packed a little bit in the bottom, not a whole lot. Actually, a bunch of it fell out. I thought it would. And then I put some worm castings around there, and let me see if I can get something tied. I'm gonna use my. All right, 5 minutes later, I get that untied. I wedged it in here, so hopefully it'll stay as I unwrap it. And I just need to go over here and see where this root is coming out of. And like I said, I packed the coco and the perlite on there, and like a handful, and then wrapped over it to hold it on. And just went around there 3 or 4 times between the different branches and around the bottom to get it wrapped here. Oops, I just broke that root off. Where'd it go? Oh crap, right there. I just broke that root off. Oh wait, there's another one right there. Look at that. Check that out. There's another root right there. So let me do this a little more carefully. No, that other root, that is the root. I broke the root off right there. So let's, where did it break off from? It was right here somewhere. I'm pretty sure there's no acorns in there. Let me clean this off. Alright, I very carefully peeled that back, and looking down in there, I can see that is definitely a root growing, whoops, right out of the stalk there. Right there, that's root growing right out of that one. So 4 days it grew a root, probably it was about that long, so it was probably almost an inch long. Wait, is that another root? Is that the piece of root I broke off? See if I can put it back on there. Line it back up. Oops. Keep the camera focused. I guess my neighbor's getting this. There. That's how long it was. Amazing. I'll dig around and see if I can find some more roots in there. Alright, I dug out a little bit more here, and this is the main stalk, and it lost a couple leaves that it had, but it's got this little sprout on the end. And again, that's pretty long. That's like almost 2 foot long there. So a little excessively large for a clone and a cutting, but if you look in here, check it out. Look at those. And I saw those little nubs. That's where I cleaned the leaves off of the bottom there. See if we can get this to focus better. But you can see that little nub sticking out there. And that was just a little tiny bump when I did this 4 days ago, and it's probably a good 1/4 of an inch long now. Right underneath it, those other ones, which it will not focus on. Oh, I'm not focusing. I'm changing light. I don't know. There it is. There. The bottom ones are starting to pop out of there too, and it looks pretty wet. I'm gonna maybe I'm gonna put some more dry stuff. But what I did was when I packed these, when I started the wrap, I put a little bit of worm compost around them first. Packed that in first, and then I put the coco, just kind of handfuls of it on there. Packed it around those roots, and then wrapped it up with the packing wrap, and then just dunked it in the water and set them in the little tray. So there's just a little bit of water on the bottom. You know, they're not, it's not flooded, but you know, it stays pretty wet with saran wrap. Actually, it looks a little too wet, but hey, if they're growing 3/4 of an inch a root in 4 days, I can't complain with that. I'm pretty sure these things are going to take off in the end of November. Of course, this is Florida, and it was foggy this morning, and I guess my neighbor's weed eating this lawn or something. But yeah, amazing. I'm going to have to keep track of these things. But yeah, sprouted root in 4 days, and you know, even with a whole bunch of stalk and leaf on there, they're not really losing a lot of leaf, and they've put out roots. Amazing, just amazing. Alright, so there we go. Wrap that back up and stick that back. That water there is actually pretty deep. That's almost 3/4. Nah, it's a little over 1/2 inch deep. Put it in there in an angle maybe or something. Yeah. We'll set it in there like that so it's not totally sitting in the bottom, getting too wet. Actually, let's take a look at this one over here, because that's wrapped up even better. Hey, can't you see we're trying to film over here? I can't see any roots in the plastic, but I'll check that in a couple more days. I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be some roots in there too. All right, cut.